Libra, I don't know who needs to hear this, but it is time for you to separate the real from the fake. It is time for you to simplify your life and do what only serves you. So that means it's time to say goodbye to situations, fellow travelers on your journey, and also objects that don't bring you joy, that don't bring you peace, most of all. It's time for you to separate the real from the fake because there's a need for you to hear the creative voice within you. And you can't do that with all the noise. You can't do that by trying to simply serve and breathe life into things that just aren't serving you. That's going to leave you overwhelmed and leave you feeling overworked. So, my message for you today is travel lightly. You don't need all of that stuff with you. You can leave some of that stuff right where it's at, people, places included. You can leave it right where it's at. Stop taking all of that stuff with you. You don't really need it in your life. There's a need for you to simplify things. There's a need for things to be a little bit lighter, especially in your schedule, okay? Happy New Moon Monday. Today is this new moon. I think this is the new moon in Scorpio, if I'm not mistaken. I am going to definitely do a new moon reading because I feel the energy of starting something, starting. This is like the energy of starting. The new moon in Scorpio, the first new moon after the eclipse. First, we're going to see what's in the blessing bag for us today. Let's see. What is in the blessing bag for Libra? The Akashic records are open to you. And we have a day full of fun, fun, fun. So there's something, there's something that's going to bring you a lot of joy, some type of enlightenment, some type of wisdom. It's almost getting like it's on a need to know. It's on a need to know basis. Like you need to know this. All right. Not with the King of Swords coming out. The King of Swords is like the Akashic records. It's the one who has the Akashic records. That's why he's so disciplined. That's why he's working so hard. That's why he's so intelligent. Usually the judge in a lot of places, a lot of cards, because he knows exactly what's going on. He knows the truth and he has wisdom. He moves from his heart and from his head. So I do feel like that there's something that you need to know that's inside of your heart. There's something that you need to know that's inside of your head. So something's not going to all be all mental focus and something's not going to be all emotional focus. There's a need for you to gain balance. I do also feel like there's a need for you to simplify something in order for you to get this balance. You have this protection. You have flames. Protection is around you. Also, you have true friends surrounding you. There could have been some type of loss. You could have went through some type of loss, like somebody stole something from you, or you could have lost something. It looks like you do have support around you, a lot of support. That's what this week was about. Like your strength, the strength that you have is that you have a lot of support. And I do feel like that there's some support somewhere where you don't know. You don't know the effects of this support system. You don't know just how much a person may support you. But this week's energy was reminding you that there is strength in numbers. So strength in numbers. There's something that you can do with multiple people that you would not be able to do by yourself. Okay? Or that will kind of work out better for you if you did it with multiple people than by yourself. Okay? All right, let's get into this reading. I'm starting off with the Manifestation Moonology Oracle cards because there is a new moon today. We got the new moon out. All right. Oh, somebody's going to have a reality check. We got all these new moons out. This is a perfect time for you to start something in career too. In love too. Look at that new moon in Sagittarius. All right. Of course, of course, of course, of course. All right. So, first things first, we do have this full moon in Capricorn. Take a reality check, okay? This is the full moon in Capricorn. The greatest opportunity that you have today is a reality check. And I do feel like that instead of, reality check is like a humbling moment, but I do feel like that there's a need for you to take a check or make note of or become aware of whatever you spend your time to routinely, daily. So the message was simplify. There's a need for you to travel lightly, and there's a need for you to check a reality check. Like be very, very real with a situation. There could also be a very, very great opportunity with a Capricorn moon or a Capricorn sun today. That's a great opportunity that you do have with the person. It looks like somebody is definitely going to be reaching out for you for some type of work. The Capricorn is the hardworking person. I do also feel like that there's a person that needs to come down to earth. Just like we talked about in the pre-read shuffle, the King of Swords, he usually manages his emotions well because they are, or his movements well, his decisions well because they are 50% mental and 50% emotional. And there's a person who's diving all the way in their emotions, or there's a person who's diving all the way into their mind or their thoughts. Something needs to be leveled out. And I know that there's somebody here that definitely feels like whatever it is they're saying is facts, it's right, it's this. Once you kind of get out of your head or your heart a little bit and put your mind into it or incorporate your heart into it, get an equal balance, you'll start to see like, oh my gosh, I could have been overreacting. Oh wow, you know, I wasn't able to bend or be flexible with certain things. So there's a need for you to do that. Some challenge that's going to happen today is you have this new moon in Taurus, and this is you knowing your worth. Got the background music from Sage. As long as she's not trying to jump on my bed, y'all. She waits till I'm real into a recording, and then she'll just go hop, and then I look over there and she chilling. Just chilling on my bed. But anyways, knowing your worth is definitely going to prove as a challenge, especially when it comes to grounding and stabling yourself. I feel like for some of you guys, don't forget what it is that you want. Don't forget your worth in the situation. Also, don't undercut yourself. There's a need for you to raise the price. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Simply because you said so. Like there's a need for you to raise prices. I do feel like that there's a person who kind of feels like somebody will not buy what they feel like they're worth. Or when it comes to dating, I don't know why I just thought about this with dating. You feel like there's a person who's not going to give you what it is that you're worth or what it is that you desire, so you settle. So I do feel like this is a situation. Oh, we getting real moony today. We getting real moony today. This is a situation where there's some shadow work. In what situations do you settle in? And in one of those situations probably are going to be triggering because it is going to pull you to know your worth and not settle, to actually ask for that thing. You might feel ridiculous asking for it. You might feel foolish asking for it. But the test here is to get you to ask. Okay, because there could be a person that's laughing, that's saying, you're crazy, you're not going to get all that, or I'm not giving you all that, or that's a fairy tale love story, or that's a da 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 da. But at least you got the muscle into asking for what it is that you want. That is all. That is it. For some of us, we think that when we ask, we're going to get this silver platter, but a lot of the times the universe is trying to strengthen our faith muscle to get us to start asking these better questions, especially when it comes to our needs being met, especially when it comes to our lives. Like, the universe wants us to get comfortable. Confirmation. The universe wants us to get comfortable with asking for our needs to be met. That's it. Just because one person won't give you one thing, that does not mean that your needs will not be met, okay? We have to understand that we are in an abundant universe where the world may be full of lack, but the universe is of abundance. And a lack mentality of thinking that you can't get what you want, so let me just settle, let me just take the little thing, let me not cause any problems, let me not make any noise. You doing that type of energy puts you in that energy of lack. So yes, you're going to be asked for what it is that you're worth, and this might be a little bit challenging for you to ask for. Maybe you're asking for it from a person who you know won't give it to you, or you're asking for it from a situation where you know you won't be able to. I do feel like that this is not, at least do not undercut yourself at all in a situation. You do have the new moon in Cancer. The new moon in Cancer, the goal for the rest of the day for you is going to relax. All right. Um, don't get all too much into your emotions. Somebody is way into their emotions. They're into deep. Okay. Into deep. We do have all of the new moons. We have almost all of the elements except for air. We have Taurus, new moon in Cancer, new moon in Sagittarius, and new moon in Aries, fire twice. 2 full moons, 1 in fire, 1 in earth. 3 full moons, 1 in fire, 2 in earth. And we have a last quarter moon in the air in our sign. But there's somebody who needs to chill out, get out of their emotions for the rest of the day. Try to find something, watch something, do something, listen to something, read something. Try to do something to relax and get out of that sea of emotions that you could possibly find yourself in. You also have the new moon in Aries. What stands in your way? What stands in your way is action. The only thing that stands in your way is actual action. It's you making it happen. So this is, somebody is waiting for a person. Somebody has a fairy tale mindset when it comes to something, and this mindset is hindering you in an area in your life. And in this mindset, you feel like there should be a person to rescue you out of a situation. And the situation is being presented to you, whether this is in family, love, career, it could be spiritual wisdom. The situation is there so that you can rescue yourself. It's almost given like you're thrown in a darkness, right? And in that darkness, you are thrown in that darkness to find a light. But if you kind of confuse you being thrown into that darkness with you waiting for helpers, for rescuers to come, and you're trying to wait for rescuers to come when your task is for you to find the light in the dark tunnel. And everybody knows what the light is in the dark tunnel. The light is you. So for some of you guys, you are pushed in a situation where you're looking for a person to rescue you, bail you out, clear your name, take up for me, do this, something. And the reason why you are in that situation is for you to find yourself. So this could go into some like work of thinking like, okay, am I in a repetitive cycle? This is how you'll know. If you're in a repetitive cycle and something keeps on happening, it's around the same thing. It just keeps on happening. and you think that there is a person that's supposed to, or something that is supposed to, something other than yourself, that is supposed to get you out of something, or that is supposed to rescue you from a mindset or take something away, instead of you actually putting the action steps in. Now, this could be anything. This could be for like a weight loss goal. For some, believe it or not, some people will wish and magically think, like, I pray that these carbs don't go. You know, this could be a relationship where you may feel not that someone needs to rescue you from a relationship, but you may feel like that this relationship needs to rescue you from a state in your mind, or from a state that you're in. Maybe you have this feeling of abandonment, loneliness, unlovableness, or you may have this feeling where you feel like that there's a person who needs to rescue you um, from a state, whether it's loneliness, abandonment, all of those things. Or you may feel like that there's a person who needs to rescue you from a state in your life. The only thing that's stopping you is you. That's the only thing that's coming up in the way. Now, there can be a fire sign. Most likely it's going to be an Aries sun or Aries moon coming through. Um, that could be giving you the obstacle, but I really think that the Aries sun or the Aries moon is actually coming to you to trigger something within you where you feel to grab for everything outside of yourself. And it's kind of like, and that's also what I'm thinking, like travel lightly. For some of you guys, you're putting way too much responsibility on other people. There's a need for you to take that responsibility, those loads of responsibility that you're putting out on other people. I feel like there's a need for you to take those loads off too. There's a person who you could be giving way too much power to too. I feel like this is directly linked to an actual person, instead of it just being linked to like a situation that you're trying to get out of. I feel like a lot of the times people look to other people to either save them, especially if you've been on a journey and a journey hasn't been all peaches and keen and clean or keen, however you say the shit. Um, what's worthwhile? You have this full moon in Aries, typical Libra. So for some of you guys, you're gonna let a person know. You're gonna let a person know what's exactly on your mind, and you feel good. You feel really, really good about it. You have the full moon in Aries. I do also feel like that there's a person who also kind of handles the situation real, real cool. This is what I also feel like. For some of you guys, you knew how to say something to a person and get off. It's kind of like, you know how those viral videos and they show you how to cuss people out via email, very in a very professional manner, and it basically tell you what the person is actually saying. This is you today, and you feel so good of how you did that, how you were to handle something in a cool type of way. Or some of you guys, there is a situation where a person was trying to get you to react, but you handled it cool. You were able to cool off your emotions, or you were able to cool yourself down, or to center yourself before you reacted or responded, which is really, really good, which is, really, really good work for you. What you need for the rest of the day is for you to focus on the positivity, new moon in Sagittarius, the optimist, okay? Optimism, that is what you're going to need for the rest of the day, is optimism. You don't need to focus on anything negative. You don't need to listen to no sad songs. You don't need to watch no sad, depressing movies. You need optimism. So before we even get there, because this is like the end of the day, before we even get there, there's a need for you to carve out something positive that you're going to listen to, that you're going to watch, that you're going to read, that you're going to do. What is something that's going to make you feel really, really optimistic about your future, optimistic about the next thing, instead of making you feel drained, sad, confused, all of these other things. All right. Um, there's something that you did not. So for some of you guys, this is something that you didn't accomplish today, but which is really, really good. You did not allow your emotions or your temperament to go wild on somebody. We do have this Leo here with the lion, and this look of the lion's face, it's almost like you tame the beast. You tame the beast within, which is really, really good because for some of you guys, there is a buildup happening. So, there's a lot that's going on. And the thing that you're going to need to do for you to sleep well is to clear your mind. So tonight is definitely going to be a really good night for some type of meditation or some type of chakra music or something before you go to sleep. You're going to need it. I do feel like if there is a situation where there could be two people, and this definitely could be an Aries, the fact that the Aries came out twice here, this could be something that you feel like you have to handle. Like, there's something that you have to handle. You could be hoping that somebody else can handle this for you, but, like, this is your thing. Like, the universe is like, Libra, this is your stuff that you have to handle. You have to handle this stuff. All right, let's see. I'm going into the Fortune Oracle cards to clarify. Tell me more about the full moon in Capricorn. Take a reality check. Why is that here for Libra this morning? All right. The reason why this is here is because fire. We got a lot of fire here. We got more fire. More fire than anything here. There is a lot of fire that's happening here. Let go of emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal of the present. I feel like for some of you guys, you're holding on, again, with travel lightly. You're holding on to so many different things from the past. And there's a need for you to take a reality check and look at your life and see what it is that you're holding on. It's so easily to see that another person is stuck in the past or another person is stuck in some type of way. There's a need for you to kind of see it. There's some type of celebrations coming towards you anyway. Tell me more about the new moon in Taurus. Know your worth. Why is this here for Libra? Yeah, you're about to expanding. You're about to start expanding. So there's a need for you to there's some type of key to success or some type of key or something like that. I do feel like there's a need for you to ask your price. Again, yesterday's price is not today's price. Don't undercut yourself. There's expansion happening. There's so many different possibilities that can come out of this. You never know how something can work out when you start kind of expecting or asking for your needs to be met, okay? Tell me more about the new moon in Cancer. Relax. Get out of the water. And those are the emotions. Yeah. Get out of your emotions. Ain't no money in there. That's literally what is happening. You have goals. Progress is positive and personal goals will be achieved if you were to get out of your emotions. For some of you guys, you just trust the wrong people. You have the frog. Beware who you trust at this time. For some of you guys, you're trusting the wrong people and you're expecting a person to give you something because you just given them your trust. You just given it to them. They didn't have to earn it. You didn't even have to know them well enough. You just trusted them with so many different things. And that's poor spiritual management. Trust has to be earned. It has to be. That real trust. Like, it has to be. If you're just throwing it away, that's some type of trauma response. But trust has to be earned here. It's seeming like there's a need for you to get out of your feelings and get into a bag real quick, okay? get out of your emotions. Ain't no money in there. Okay? Tell me more about the new moon in Aries. That's going to be your goal. Your goal is to, and it has goals right there. Your goal is to get out of your emotions. All right, let's see. Tell me more about the new moon in Aries. Go for it. What's standing in your way? You will soar towards your destiny with greater strength. All right, so something is hold not only is something holding you back where you're kind of rescue some you have this rescue mentality, but something is holding your vision down. Okay, and the key to your success is how far you can see it. I think of this as the headlight analogy, like when you are like opening up to the unknown. You can only see is how far the headlights can go. There is black all over, and you can only see a certain amount of feet when you're in the car driving dark. Even less amount of feet if it's like fog or anything, and you still trust that there's pavement there. There's this energy where there is somebody around you, or maybe something is triggering you, or maybe there is some type of low vibrational energy inside of you that kind of makes you forget about the journey and the bigger picture when it comes to the destiny. When it comes to your purpose, you do have the key. You do have flowers. All right. You do have snake. So there could be somebody. You do have this wish that could come true. There's something around you that's making you either dream small or look at something. Just you're not having a big picture. You're only focused on the details, and it's telling me that these details are coming out through your emotions. So you're focused on the emotions of things. There's a need for you to tap into your mind just a little bit more. And for somebody that may be, switched, then there's a need for you to focus on your emotions. You're focused on your mind. Um, but there's something that's holding you back from seeing the bigger picture. And the moment that you see the bigger picture, a part of your journey is you seeing the bigger picture. The moment that you see the bigger picture, you have the key to success. Because something isn't all what it seems to be. All right, tell me more about the full moon in Aries. Cool your emotions. Good job for not going off. Thorns, weathering the challenges. Look at you. Weathering the challenges. You feel really, really good. You feel really, really good. Weathering the challenges ahead will bring a lot of positive in the future. So you feel really, really good about some challenge that you faced head on. You cooled your emotions. You didn't let your emotions get the best of you. You went through something instead of around it. So this could be a situation that you have with the person. Instead of beating around the bush, you get right to it. That's one of the things Libra like to do. Libra like to get right to it. You do have the star. So this is given like hard times are over. I feel like something comes to a resolution just because there is one, hear me, there is one level-headed person in the bunch. Lovers. There's a need for you to kind of like, and I also feel like somebody was teaching you restraint, how not to retaliate or react in such a way. Tell me more about the new moon in Sagittarius. This is its positive energy that you're going to need for the rest of your day, especially after this encounter. All right, you have beware. Beware of who you trust at this time. All right, you do have the star. It looks like a lot of people could be coming towards you because you are this bright and light, the brightest star that's out there. So everybody's trying to see, like, what's this light? What's this star? What's this? What's that? I do feel like there's a need for you to be very, very positive. Be mindful of who you talk to. Be mindful of who you tell things. Like I said, there's a person that's trusting someone way too fast for nothing. Like nothing. Like giving that shit away for free. Tell me more about Go Wild. Full moon in Leo. You ain't let the lion come out, which is good. You tamed the beast. Taming the beast. All right, judgment. Yes. Soul searching. So taming this beast will bring a lot of peace to many areas in your life. And this is the transformation. This is the transformation that you're making today. So for some of you guys, there's a test today. There's a test, there's a trial. Tell me more about last quarter moon in Gemini. Clear your mind, meditate. Why? It's like, because all of this fire that was here. Got the frog, beware of who you trust. All right, transformation. Okay, because you're going through a transformation. You're becoming the highest version of yourself. First, there's a need for you to figure out what that is, envision that, and then show up as them. But that is why you do need meditation before you go to sleep, because there is some transformation that's happening. Don't be alarmed if you don't respond to things like you normally would. Don't feel like you have to get back to you, okay? There's also a wish that's coming true for a person. Your heart's desire is ready to come true for you. All right, so that is your morning inspo. I hope this reading resonates. If it does, make sure you give this reading a big thumbs up and make sure you guys are subscribed. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.